No, 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 we're good. Okay. Okay, watch a wolf pack. Okay. Oh, wow, guys. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. Come on. Come on. Come on. No way. Come on, horse. Guys, I'm wrecked. That can't be possible. Okay. No way. I'm getting away. Okay. And then strategy. That's a good technique, though, right? Get these idiots to follow you off the cliff. What a mess. Okay, well, that horse lived a very short time. I got bad luck. What is going on, geeks? I didn't want to waste this opportunity. This is sort of the middle of episode 20. I just lost my horse, Connor Jr., and I gotta make a long foot journey back home to Scotland, which is way over there. So I'm definitely not including it in that exploration video, but we've never explored on foot, and we're 20 now, potentially, if I do turn this into a video. This is episode 21. So I figured I'd keep you guys with me, and potentially we'll record another episode together while we explore on foot. So if you're brand new, this is Ragnarok Explorers. Sit back and enjoy today's episode, guys. And if you're enjoying it, keep crushing the likes. You guys have been doing killer lately. At least I'm assuming you did on episode 20. I'm only halfway through recording it. I gotta get home and record the outro. But I have a bit of a long journey. The good news for me is on this server we have reusable plus. So that's reusable grappling hooks, reusable parachutes, and it means I can get out there, hopefully with some degree of safety, and I managed to keep my jerboa alive. So I'm gonna get myself settled in, guys. I'm gonna be wandering on foot, and we got kind of a long journey. We're gonna go up and around the canyon lands, and we'll have to cut across the volcanic biome. That's gonna be interesting, and we're headed back to Scotland. And that is all if I don't die along the way. If I do, you guys are almost definitely not seeing this video. Alright, so I'll be back in your life in a minute here. Making progress, dodging baddies. The unlimited parachute it's a lifesaver, because if that was me right now up there, if I was that parasaur, see ya, raptors, I'm good. So I'm running. Oh, speaking of raptors, okay, that's perfect. One went off a cliff, one got distracted by a Fiomia. Ooh, no, it didn't. Okay, keep doing what you do, raptor. I got a sword and I got a shield if we need it, guys. So where exactly do we find ourselves today trying to make this treacherous journey home on foot? 41.139.5. We're overlooking the canyons. We're gonna have to come back here at some point. I feel like you can't explore the canyons on horseback, and pretty much every episode, with the exception of one, this season has been exploring on the back of an animal, a land mount. We did one on a wyvern, but we ended up spending most of that episode on foot. So, and speaking of on foot, today is the day for an on foot day. I'm gonna be doing some. Ooh. Give me a hook. Yes! Skillful. Alright, guys. So, the canyons here, I do want to come back and explore. Why don't you guys, since we have such a mess of an episode going on right now, why don't you guys give me some ideas in the comments for the best way to explore the canyons? It is, I think it might be Thyla, but at the same time, if there's ever a point you're going to want to fly, this is it. Look how beautiful that region is. So we'll have to come back here and check that out in the near future. But for now, I think I'm going to avoid it. It is a treacherous area to try and travel around on foot. So I think I'm going to keep running. I have a feeling I'm going flying off this cliff pretty soon, guys. I'm going to try my dangest to avoid it. When in doubt, I can do that move I showed you earlier where I go leaping off, and then I grapple back and make whatever's chasing me leap to its own death. Been a long time since I was up here, so this is some sort of a castle area. What are we at? 37, something like that. 37, 38. Ooh, the big old water vein on top. Interesting. Check this out. Okay, we got a true... Oh, okay. Alright guys, check this out. 37.2, 38.1. This has turned into a true exploration episode. I'm not that intent on getting home if I can keep wandering through places like this. God dang, gorgeous. Okay, so home for us is very close to that obelisk. Now, between here and there is a combination of a volcanic area, that's that black area right up there at the tip of my antenna, and the most deadly snow in the game. You can't survive even with Ascendant Fur Gear, or it's tough. So I'm gonna try and make my way, I think I'm gonna try and make my way, geez, we'll see. It's too early to figure out the plan. I'll be back. Wow. The Canyonlands will need an episode dedicated completely to them. What an amazing area here. I'm dodging dire wolves, guys, and I'm on foot, and I don't have a whole lot of defenses. It sort of feels like I'm playing the Long Dark right now. Okay, so we have this sort of fir tree area with that red, sort of redwoods type soil. It flanks the canyons, and then over there is a green fir forest. I think I recognize that. It's the same type of vegetation you see around the Swamp Castle, which is another fantastic location on this map. Episode 9, I believe. And I believe that is the one in which my horse got killed by a Kentro. I think probably 3 now. 3 horses, you have witnessed their death through 20 episodes. I'm pretty sure I've lost more than that, but you've definitely witnessed 3. And the horse, the Equus, is our mount of choice on this frickin' server. We love it. We love exploring, and we love doing it on horseback. Nothing like it in this game. Okay, so I'm going to take a nice slow drift through here, guys. Ooh, not that slow. This is a totally different game on foot. I think we all forget that. Especially if you play on a server where you become a high-level player, where you have all the best dinos, you fly everywhere, and you've mastered the game. You've mastered your particular arc. You feel confident. You almost never travel on foot. And I had my patrons. We have a tradition that goes back actually to the original IronMine crew, the people who I first started playing with. The same people who are on this server that I started playing with on my first multiplayer server with a bunch of YouTubers. They have a tradition called the Death Run, and Arahli The Geek and I took that from IronMine and we brought it to our Patreon community, the Geeks community, and I had the guys. We did one recently when we relaunched the center, and we did one I think when we relaunched Ragnarok, and I had my patrons talking about how refreshing it was to have to travel the map on foot, to have to make your way across this map with nothing but your own wits, your own common sense, and your own survival skills, and not have an amazing horse to get you there. And I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying the same thing right now. I'm trying to figure out, guys, so there's the Swamp Castle, and I think I really need to go that way. I wonder if I can... Yeah, I'm gonna try and get myself down here parachute-wise, guys. Alright, in a moment, we will be figuring out exactly whose place this is. You know what, I'm not sure I know who CRK is. I should, probably. But there's a lot of folks on this server who I don't know, who aren't all YouTubers, and this looks like somebody's built-up base. This little server is, I know I mentioned it's an IronMine server. That's just the crew that plays here. The guy who runs it, guy who administrates it is Aaron B, and his channel is Boring LP. And he's opened this up to a lot of his community members. So we definitely aren't the only ones on here. And that's why you always travel with a grappling hook, guys, because you can get wedged. I'm just going to have a quick look around and see maybe... Yeah, I mean, I'm sure whoever this is wouldn't mind me borrowing something. We're all on the same tribe. But I'm looking forward to this foot journey, guys. I just thought I'd poke my head in here, see if anybody was home. Oh, Crackers! Okay. Crackers is actually a patron of mine. I didn't know she'd come to play on this server. That is cool. Okay. Well, beautiful house, Crackers. Thank you for the now that I know it's Cracker, she definitely wouldn't mind me stealing anything. She's on our Patreon servers. But I'm not going to, guys. I'm really looking forward to making a fun foot journey. I think I came out here way back in the day. Episode 7? Yes, I did. I remember this now. Yeah. Oh, good spot. Okay. Yeah, I had thought about coming out here and setting up an advanced outpost, and I just never did. The good news for us, guys, is that this is bringing us now to familiar territory. Thank you for the hospitality, Crackers. I didn't do anything. I didn't take anything. But it was nice just to have a momentary shelter. Yeah, I've been here, guys. We're headed, I think, for the Beaver Sanctuary at this point. But that, if I do end up there, feels like it's a detour. Like I said, in familiar ground now, guys, in familiar territory, so I feel like I'm going to be able to make my way home if we manage to avoid the deadly things along the way. I have really enjoyed my run on this server. I started back here in April, I think the 3rd of April, if that's right. No, May. It was May. But I did start back then, and I think I did maybe 11 episodes in the first run, and then I took a little break from this IronMine crew to go play with the Gaming Evolved crew for a little while, which is where Syntac plays. And I took a little break from here, and I think it was a good thing. I think I was losing a bit of my direction with the series. I didn't know whether to settle down and start building or to keep exploring, because at that point we didn't even know Ragnarok was going to become an official map. And then I made a return here, and for me, I was actually just having a conversation with Syntac. If you guys know him, just a shout out to Syntac. That guy might be the biggest Ark YouTuber out there right now. I think he's probably got more, I was looking at it today, more views and more subscribers in the last month than Slipgator. And we've spent the last couple of years with Slipgator being the guy, the biggest of our channels. Now, I know there's other people like Typical Gamer and Neebs that play this game, but for channels that have been built on Ark like Syntax, not many people doing better than that guy right now. And I was having a conversation with him about, okay, so we've got some ground to make up, guys, but I'm gonna ramble. I was talking about this server, and I was talking about Syntac, and so Syntac is a guy that I like a lot. He is super loyal to his friends, always has their back, and for him, it's always been more important to help build his friends up than to find bigger channels to work with in order to give himself a boost, and I can relate to that. When I first started with this IronMine crew, I think I had about 350 subscribers. I was a small fish in not a big pond. I was a small fish in a not-so-small pond. And now, here on this Ragnarok server, I have the opportunity to help my friends grow. I'm the one here that's managed to develop a bit of an audience. And when I get to work with people like Witman, our first video together is at 30,000 something views. My videos with Jules, with Arahli The Geek, with MonkeyMan, with Fox. I've had the opportunity to help them grow through collaborations, and I have really, really enjoyed it. There's something really rewarding about that, especially when you started small, when you were the one needing favors for a long time. So it has been a brilliant experience playing here, and this server has a very cool vibe to it. Everybody is very chill. Everybody is super nice. And I've made some actual new friends because of this server. It's really great. And I'm so happy that the series has taken off and that it makes sense for me to keep pumping out Explorers episodes. What have I just jumped over? Good Lord. I don't remember that looking like that. Oh, that's an entrance to the canyons? I'm in between a bit of a rock and a hard place. Yep. Okay, we did it. Skills. All right, so that is a fantastic area down there, guys. We very briefly had a base behind those waterfalls, and I think Arahli had his silo set up here for a long time when we were first getting into exploring this chunk of the map, but I do know my way home from here. There's Allosauruses on the way, but I think if I'm smart about it, I'm going to be able to get there. All right, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to step away from you. I'm going to try and cover some ground, and I'm going to bring you back when we're closer to home. So if we bite the dust, guys, I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's going to be in this area, where there are mantises, where there are shungololo centipedes, whatever you want to call them. I think this is going to be a rough area. So I'm putting on the toughest of my armor. Is that a Microraptor? I hope not. I hope not. So I think I'm going to manage to cut through this area. I'm going to keep my eyes open. Whoa, is that a T-Rex, eh? Okay, he didn't see me. We're good. We're good. Haven't had to deal with many of them on this map. At least where I choose to live. Definitely not. This is going to be a great adventure, guys. To get 20-so episodes in and never do a whole video on foot. I'm enjoying it. I know it's by accident. I know it's unintentional, but dang, I'm going to just keep it rolling. And hopefully I don't record way too much or not enough at all. We'll see. I'm going to just keep pushing onward. I've managed to avoid most of the deadliest things like that. It would be cool to go grab that drop. That's a red drop. And the loot we have here is fantastic, so maybe I make that happen. We'll see. Oh, okay, we're going to make a getaway here. Okay, okay. Yep. Okay, just dodge that. Skills! Whew. Yeah, look at that whole train of chaos chasing me. Jeez. Okay. And what's down there? That area looks fairly safe. Alright, water is going to start becoming an issue out here, guys. I think we probably need to get out of this area. Is this a stupid thing I'm about to do? To even attempt to go look at this? We're gonna get ourselves killed, right? Completely dead. Hopefully. Transfer everything. Okay, let's... What? What did I pick up? What's so heavy? Obsidian. Go. Get the hell out of here. Okay, we're gonna... Okay. Okay, so... Yep, okay. So I made a mistake coming in here, guys. This is the desert. You go through water stupid fast. And my water jar is empty, and I'm running low on everything. So we're actually going to head back to those green lands that I just left, hopefully. How's that water? We're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Let's see. Let's get pushed through here. Where's water? Where are we going to get water? I need water. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Alright, water is refreshed and refilled. We're in these amazing hot springs that are all throughout this area. And... not quite home sweet home. Little ground left to cover. Alright, guys, I'm gonna rest up. Let's take a break and I'll be back. Oh, this part of the map is brilliant. I really do like it. So much to this. You can play a long time and never hit the key areas here. Okay, more hot springs. Overheating, I'm sure. I think a smart man would make a boat. I think an even smarter man would commandeer a boat. I mean, we made it a long way on foot, guys. A long way. What are we at now? You guys can tell me the total distance covered. 20.1, 54.4. So we have definitely made some ground today. And last episode, 2 episodes ago, I had a moment where I took my horse across the water and was being chased by sharks and stuff, and somebody was like, well, why don't you just build a boat, you doofus? And I said, I'm a man of action. But now I'm taking that advice, whoever you are, commenter, telling me I'm an idiot for not making a boat. I think I'm going to take your advice. And I think, like I said, a smart man builds a boat, an even smarter man commandeers one, and I think I see one right ahead. Okay, guys, so let's see if we can get out there. This series started roughly in this area, with me, Arahli, and Fox being obliterated by a lead. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, guys. I've recorded a decently long adventure as we made our way on foot from one side of the map to the other after the death of my horse, Connor Jr., and I think what we're going to do is make our way all the way back home. So if you guys aren't super familiar with this part of the map, this volcanic area is very cool. It separates the That's the swampland where the castle is, with jungles on the far side of it. And up ahead, that green area is Scotland. Now I think it's been renamed to the Highlands. In the early days, it was actually called Scotland. I think when you pull up the HUD now to check it out, it's not. But this is not an area I'm going to do a full exploration of, mainly because it's so horrific. You don't want to spend more time here than you have to. I think... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to keep sailing, guys. I think it's going to be a fairly safe journey. I haven't seen a hint of a giant whale out here to ruin our day. That's the face of a man who looks upset about the death of his horse. It sucks, guys. I know everybody, when you play this game, you tend to get a little attached to the creatures. Now, compared to most people, I'm not that type. I'm usually not too upset. I'm not the type to set up gravestones or anything like that. But I did like that horse. And the sad thing is, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a guy who can't keep a horse alive. So I'm hoping to shake that reputation as time goes on, and to prove that I am a true horseman, that I am a horse master. We're going to keep exploring via horse, and we now have, I think I got 5 of them back home. So it's not a terrible loss. But when you breed them up, when you imprint them, when they feel like they could be your horse for a long time, if you do it right, it does kind of suck to lose them. But the good news for us is we have a whole a whole herd of these things, sorry Joe, back home in the Scotland cave. That's where we're headed now. Dang, there's rafts everywhere. Hopefully Aaron doesn't mind. I totally just, like I said, commandeered this thing. Yeah, I'm cool with it. And so, yeah, when we started this series, if you guys were to go back to episode 1, I'm not sure who's been watching all that time. If you have, be sure to let me know in the comments. But we started here, and we were on a raft, and the goal was, let's sail to Scotland. And we actually set up our first base. We stopped and looked at those whales on the shore, and we saw that there were horses to tame. And when we set up our very first base, it was out here at this dock. It used to be called Dave's Boats for Less. And I remember Dave, who's Excited Kangaroo, the developer of the map, one of the 3 guys developing the map. I remember him saying when we showed it off in the video, he was like, oh, I forgot we called it that. But now, these guys, if you guys go back, I don't know if you saw episode 12, we went to the Patreon temple, some crazy old ruins, but they're doing things for their patrons, including naming things. So if I'm not mistaken, Ivan's Boats for Less. So shout out to Ivan for supporting the Ragnarok guys, helping this map come to life. I think we're going to leave Aaron's boat here, and I think what we're going to do, now that we're back home in Scotland, 14.9, 72.7, I think we're just going to head for that bunker cave, cover some more ground on foot, and tuck in. Let this Jerboa know he's home safe. He doesn't have to see any more death today. You've probably already done it, guys, but before you tell me that there's a much more efficient way to get from one place to the other, if you say, hey, why don't you just tame a pteranodon? Why don't you just tame a pet? Why don't you not do this on foot? The whole point, guys, is to do it on foot. So there's no need to tell me that there is a better way to get from A to B. For us, for this series, the whole point of it is getting from A to B and doing it in the most fun, interesting way possible. And today, I didn't know what B was going to be, but it turns out B is Scotland, and B is heading home to get a fresh horse, so that we can continue our future adventures. And I've really enjoyed it. Let's rest up. The stamina's hurting today, guys. But I have really enjoyed our adventure out here today, guys, and I hope you have too. We started in one corner of the map in a fairly desperate situation after the death of my horse late in last episode, and now we're home. It's pretty fantastic. I'm back here. We got a whole group of horses back home in our cave base, which we live in what is probably the best base location. And I'm thirsty or hungry. Sorry, guys. I'm low on everything. I just ran across the whole dang map. Ran, parachuted, grappled, etc. off the whole map. But we're here. We're home in Scotland. Chance to rest up, chance to heal up, and chance to grab a new horse. But, guys, that does it for this episode. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm UniteTheClans. If you are brand new to this series, go ahead and click the playlist on your screen right now. It will take you back to said episode 1. There'll also be a link for my Patreon page. If that's something you've ever been interested in, go ahead and do it. And I'm excited to see how we do. Once again, for likes on this video, going to be fantastic. But that does it today, geeks. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.